Alright, so the couple days ago, BeetleJuice, the sequel to the acclaimed Tim Burton movie, came out. So, here's my review. Alright, so Tim Burton is not really my guy. He's not a director that I always like to watch all of his movies. His movies are really weird in my opinion. And so, even though I really liked that first BeetleJuice movie, my mom forced us to watch it a long time ago and I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't know what I would think of this one. I didn't think any of the trailers were particularly great, but I was very eager to check out the movie because my mom's such a fan of the original. I like the original, and I didn't know what to expect coming into it, so I did see it yesterday. Here's what I think of it. Before I get started, please make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what is your opinions on BeetleJuice. Also, stay tuned. We got August ranking and September movies, or not September, but summer movies tier list coming up soon. Also, go check out my second channel, Wars EMC, where I am predicting every week of the NFL. And with that said, let's get started. And BeetleJuice is a nice follow-up to the original. I did enjoy this movie. I don't think it's the best movie of the year so far. I don't think it's a fantastic movie. It definitely has story issues, but as a movie that follows up the original about, I don't know, 40 years after that movie, I am very pleased with the way that this movie went. I did have a good enough time with the movie. Again, I don't think it's perfect, but I had a good enough time. The best thing about this movie, I think, is the vibe it sets. It sets a very Halloween vibe. I have the feeling that I could just be sitting down near Halloween, late night, watching this movie with my family, and that's what I got the vibe of. Again, part of it felt like a little bit of a Netflix original kind of movie. Take that how you want, for good or bad, but I just felt the vibe of the Halloween spirit, which is weird because Halloween isn't until next month. So why release BeetleJuice now? I don't know, but I'm okay with it because I like the vibe and it really got me into the fall spirit. This, with football coming back, I am so happy that we're back. Fall's back, baby, and I'm so happy. Other positives here, I like the cast. The cast is very good. Michael Keaton did not miss a beat as BeetleJuice. He is so good in here with the way that he's able to do all the random stuff that this character is able to do and plays it off very, very entertaining. He's very entertaining. He's an entertainer in this movie. Winona Ryder, I definitely think that the writing definitely kind of impacted her, because some of the lines she said was stale, but she had a nice return. She had some standout sequences, some things that I thought was good about her. Jenna Ortega is in here. Love Jenna Ortega. I think she's one of the best actresses, and she's pretty great in here. Is this character that, without spoiling the movie, something happens to her in the middle and she plays it off with the teen romance thing. She plays that off with the rebelling her mother, and I think that the character that she's supposed to be, she plays it off very well, and I really did like Jenna Ortega in this role as well. The story here is kind of all over the place. For the first, I'd say, hour of the movie, we don't really have a story. It's just like random things happening, and I think that's really something that impacted this movie and why I think I had so much fun with it. I think if it was bogged down by a whole story until the last part of the movie, I don't think I would like it. Obviously, we got the seedings for like what's happening to BeetleJuice and what's happening to our main cast, but nothing about it is really story heavy. It's just a bunch of random things happening with great cast, characters that we have fun with. The mom's going off and playing with snakes or something. Jenna Ortega's having the romance with the boy, and until we get to the last 30-45 minutes of the movie, the story doesn't impact it. And part of me thinks that it's kind of like a Netflix original, like a direct-to-video sequel. But part of me just had so much fun with that. I had so much fun seeing all this random chaotic stuff going around that I just can't help but have fun with it. This is a very fun and Halloween-y movie. and I really did enjoy the movie. I had fun with it. It's not going to be one of the best of the year. The story, yes, it definitely has issues. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a very fun movie. It's designed to be fun. That's what it is. Another thing I'm mixed on is the Tim Burton stuff that he normally does. There's one sequence at the very beginning where it's like, all of a sudden it's claymation, and I was like, okay, what are we doing? Why did this all of a sudden happen? And took some getting used to the underworld, but I do think, again, Tim Burton stuff works well for this BeetleJuice underworld universe, so I don't necessarily hate that. I thought it was pretty fine, and the more the movie goes along, the more I got used to the weird, wacky stuff popping up every now and then. So again, fun movie, really did enjoy this one. Let's talk about the story again, because one part of the story, I'm like, yeah, there's barely any story in the movie, and I enjoyed it. There's a plot twist here that I think really works, that I did not see coming at all, and that I really liked. But there definitely is some issues in the story. All the plot lines that the movie tries to tackle, none of them fully get resolved to the full potential. Like, a certain character dies and goes to the underworld, and it's played off as a joke. And to me, I was kind of like, okay, why are we going there? This is a very odd direction to take this movie. And just some writing issues with the story and kind of like the pacing of it all. I don't really want to say the pacing, because I did enjoy the fact that there was barely any story, but then again, there was also character arcs, some plot lines that were kind of caressing in, and a few certain of them didn't get the full extent, and it left me feeling like, okay, we could have had more there. There could have been more there. But besides that, I think this movie totally captures the vibe it wants to do. It wants to go through a Halloween-y vibe. And that's the best part of the movie. With a solid cast, it just wants to have you have fun and return to this world of BeetleJuice. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to subscribe, to like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what is your opinions on BeetleJuice. I want to know all that and more down below. Again, stay tuned for the August ranking and the summer movies tier list coming very, very soon in the next week or so. And with that said, BeetleJuice focuses on having fun. That's the majority of what this movie needs to be, is a fun time, and that's what I had. My mother loved the movie. My brother hated it. Was not for him. For me, I thought it was a very good movie that I had fun in the cinemas watching, and made me get into the vibe for Halloween, even though we're still 2 months away. So for me, BeetleJuice, I think I'm gonna give it an A-. So let me know down below, what did you guys think of BeetleJuice. Stay tuned for all those videos. Also, go subscribe to my second channel, More ZMC, if you're interested in football content. Sometimes I take clips out of my live streams, post them on there. Sometimes I take clips from my rankings and post them as their own separate reviews. It's what I did with The Bear Season 3 after I watched the finale episode of The Umbrella Academy. That's what I'm going to do there. And with that said, thank you guys for clicking on this video. And with that said, subscribe, join the Nerd Army. Peace out.